Okay, let's face it, we're friendly, and that's how it's gonna be. Can only hold back fun before you realize you just gotta cut loose and be yourself. Anyway, none of that stuff was a lie. I still think we're a friendly channel. You know, you may not, most of you don't, but that's why you keep tuning back in. Coming down this path, and I saw two things that would really set you people off that really don't like what I'm doing. Number one, I saw a full-size enduro motorcycle, probably about 250cc minimum. Some girl was riding it, had a license plate and everything. And secondly, I had a Suron coming this way, going probably at least 45, if not 50. I didn't have the camera on. I apologize for that, but you'll have to get over it. You know, I've been thinking a little bit about, you know, this bike has got this big tall bar on it. You know, got all this room here. So I'm thinking about how to accessorize this thing. And I've got a few ideas. I just got to work on how to get that stuff mounted. But it seems like it's the thing to do, turn these up into basically rolling barges. You know, the last motorcycle I owned was a Harley Davidson Road Glide. And it was an 850-pound rolling barge. I think it had like a Harman Kardon stereo in it. Man, if I use that thing 5 times in the 7 years I owned it, whew, that'd be amazing. I never used it. And I decided right then and there that if I ever get another motorcycle, it's gonna be a flyweight bobber or some sort of a flyweight chopper. Only thing on the bars, gonna be a twist throttle, maybe a front brake, and a kill switch. No clutch, because we jockey shift that baby. You know what I seem to find lately? It seems to me like more and more, there's just very little people on YouTube that aren't selling something. So I don't know, I think that's why it's best to just, push away from the computer, put that phone down, and just get outside in the 3D world and kind of do your own thing. You know, if you're not filming, and most of the time I'm not, just be with your own thoughts. You know, look around at things. Anyway, we're bumping about 35.8. And I'm not pushing it too hard. We're just kind of keeping it down because, you know, I'm pretty far away from home. And I kind of like to get back without having to put a whole lot of effort into it, if you get my drift. You know, I've had some people in the comments section, and that's more than one, that's why I'm bringing this up. And they said prior to owning a 60-volt bike, they were part of the 48-volt brigade, and they were talking about basically how they'd never go back. At least I don't remember any of them saying they ever. In fact, I think they said they sold them, or one of them says it just sits, but you know, let these people that buy these 48-volt bikes that have a penchant for speed learn the lesson that they've paid for. Let them take the loss. Let it help you out. You know, if you're into speed and things of that nature, you know, buy the first bike the right time. Don't buy 2 or 3 bikes. Now, if you don't have a penchant for speed, then yeah, I think a 48-volt is probably going to be right up your alley. But if you like the stuff we do here, forget it, man. You're not going to be happy. I mean, am I that happy at 60 volts? Yeah, I'm pretty happy. But I could use 72. Maybe a 50-amp controller. But, you know, different strokes, like we say. Well, give me a break. I tried to be a friendly e-biker there for a minute. We didn't think that was going to last, did we? Now that was a friendly e-biker. We're just kind of cooking today, aren't we? I know I shouldn't have gone this fast. I got too far to go back, but you know what? I think we're gonna make it. I think a lot of these companies, you know, the bigger ones, the ones that always pushed in our faces on YouTube, Hemingway, Rad, Aventon, Electric, a lot of those companies are probably, in some form or fashion, probably going to be behind getting more stringent e-bike laws in place. Because if they can keep the fun factor down, that helps keep them in the lead as far as product placement, right? What's this guy doing? But that's what I'm thinking. So we got to watch this stuff, guys. You know, we kid around a lot on this channel. When it comes to losing rights and our freedom to choose and use our own common sense as to when to boogie and when not to boogie, I don't want to leave it in the hands of those people. Not the e-bike companies that make slow, boring bikes, and not the government, okay? Keep that in mind, man. It's just, you know, our rights are going to get eroded, and it's going to be by these bike companies that want to retain their market share, if not grow it, by limiting our choices through legislation. And no, I'm not going to go on to beat some dead horse about safety. Les, oh, I will. You want to hear something about safety? Let me tell you this. If you watch a safety video and you have an aha moment, wear a helmet. Use a light at night. Drink water. Just do me a favor, do us all a favor. Whatever room you slept in last night, go back to that room, stay there and don't come out, because the world is going to kill you. You should know darn well better to wear a helmet when you ride, gloves when you ride. Now, I don't always, but you know what I like? I like that choice. And if I do fall, and if I do get hurt, there's no blame game to go around. I don't lawyer up and go sue Wired because I might have made a bike that's a little too fast for me. But yeah, safety videos, I mean, if you're not completely, utterly bored within the first 3 seconds of clicking on one, you need to consider whether or not you might just need to stay home. Oh, there's that wonderful NFL stadium. Home of the $37 Miller Lite and the $28 nachos. So now, talking about safety legislation, you know, these stupid ass laws, which nobody really understands what's going on here. This class 1, 2, 3, which apparently in this little area here, we don't really pay attention to, okay? It's a non-factor in this little area right here, okay? But as far as all that stuff's concerned, it's all gonna work in concert within the next few years to really come against us unless we keep our act together. Don't hit people. Don't ride fast in crowded areas. Don't ride more bike than you can handle. Don't sue bike manufacturers just because you screwed up and didn't put a lid on your head and you took an endo off it, all right? You litigious types have ruined America thus far. Oh, is it gonna get a lot worse? Oh, you betcha it's gonna get a lot worse. But I'm telling you, where we are at today, it's the lawyers, the litigious people, and by the way, guys, a lot of your politicians, what are they in their past life? Lawyers. Okay, well, we can stop this now if we get a hold of ourselves. Get a hold of ourselves, a little personal accountability. Whew. Little personal accountability, and I'm telling you, man, we'll be straight up old school. Old school? What we're gonna do that for, Ruger? How are we gonna get paid when we slam our fingers in the car door? Because they didn't have a finger guard on them. I'll tell you how you get paid. You learn from it and don't ever do it again. That's a payment that'll pay off for the rest of your life. Yeah, we're just riding along at a friendly 37 miles an hour. Do you see how many people I came close to hitting right there? Yeah, we were really taking some risks there, my friends. Don't you do this at home, kids. Now make sure you check with your nannies before you get out there and ride in your Surons. Anyway, glad you rode along with me today. Not a whole lot we're gonna show you that's new, not a whole lot I'm gonna say that's original. But you know what? I'm glad you came along for the ride. Once again, you're watching The Last Resort, and I guarantee it. Well, I don't quite guarantee it, I can almost guarantee it. We'll be back with another video soon. Until then, take care, get out there, enjoy this planet because, well, I don't know if anybody told you, we're not here for long.